Welcome to Spontaneous Saturday. My name's Aaron Chowles, and I'm here in LA on this nice Saturday afternoon. How's everyone doing? Today's theme is silly words, songs that have silly titles and silly lyrics. This is one of them. Here we go. More time. Change here. That first one, let's change this up here. That first one was a song by the Dutch prog rock group called Focus, and that was called Hocus Pocus. Today's theme being silly words, that song has a lot of that in it. One of which, on the music actually in front of me, says gibberish lyrics. And this next one is by one of my favorite groups. This is called Genesis. The song is called Abacab. Look up on the wall, up on the floor, under the pillow, behind the door. There's a crack in the mirror, somewhere there's a hole in the window pane. Do you think I'm to blame? Tell me, do you think I'm to blame? You're never there. When you show it, you stop and stare. Abacab, is it anywhere? Abacab. If you're rapping up the world, 'cause you're taking someone else's girl, then turn the pillow even when they answer the telephone. Do you think that by now? Tell me, do you think that by now? When you do it, you're never there. When you do it, you stop and stare. Abacab, is it anywhere? Abacab. It's an illusion, it's a game, or reflection of someone else's name. When you wake in the morning, wake find you're covered in cellophane. What? There's a hole in the somewhere. Tell me there's a hole in the somewhere. When you do it, you're never there. When you show it, you stop and stare. Abacab, is it anywhere? Abacab, abacab. Whew. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you may be. Welcome to Spontaneous Saturday. Again, my name is Aaron Shows, and I'm here in LA. This has been a cooler weekend so far. I'm so glad that it is that way here. I don't know how it is where you are, but I hope wherever it may be that you are comfortable and doing well. So, today's theme, like I said earlier, is silly words, silly lyrics, silly titles. I was going to say T-Rex. That's a dinosaur. Silly lyrics and titles. And yes, there are tons of songs that have this. The opening one, like I said, that was Hocus Pocus by the group Focus. So Focus, Hocus Pocus. That's a tongue twister there. Yeah, there's pretty much, it's all instrumental. From what I understand, that song was a song that the group used as a sound check when you start up at a new venue and you have the sound person out there listening in the room and you don't know how loud you are and they're getting levels and all that stuff. That was a song that they would do, was this song called Hocus Pocus. I believe there was a follow-up called Hocus Pocus 2, but it was a hit for them. So there's nothing in the music except for there's one part that just says gibberish vocal ad lib. Let me put that up here if you can see on the camera. I don't know if it'll come through, but I'll try to bring it up close. Yes, literally right there. Gibberish vocal ad lib. Fun stuff. I didn't do any of what was written there, but that's why it's ad lib. Yeah, that was blurry because it's up close to the camera. But anyhow, you can see the idea. There is a part in that song that has yodeling. They don't indicate that. Maybe they do, actually. It does say yodeling ... in that section. I think the person that transcribed this just about had a breakdown mentally. Anyhow, that is that song. I followed it again by one of my favorite groups called Genesis. The song was called Abacab, and it's almost like a Swedish taxi service. But anyhow, yes, Abacab was a big hit for Phil Collins and Genesis at the time. And yes, that's one of my favorite ones. And I actually never have played it before. I've always just heard it and sung along with it. But all those, I never actually thought those through, and I should have done that because those are kind of cool. All those synthesizer parts that were played by Tony Banks. Anyhow, yes, a lot of Genesis songs, I believe, were written with that in mind, where they were kind of just jamming and making up sort of filler lyrics on the spot, just saying random words. The Beatles did the same thing. You've got a tune or melody, which for them probably was this. And they just started thinking of words that da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. I don't know how they got the word abacab out of that. But anyhow, they did, and that is a great song. But yes, Swedish taxi service. Okay. Next up here, I'm going to do one that comes from, I believe, the early, I want to say Motown, but probably not. Probably earlier before Motown. This is one, let's see here. We have a good sound for this. Let's find a cool sound here. How about that's not too bad. It's a nice 80s sound. But this is a song from the 50s. The group was the Crew Cuts, and the song is Shaboom. That is Life Could Be a Dream. The song is called Shaboom by the Crew Cuts. And most of that song isn't gibberish, but the opening of the song definitely is one of those sort of classic, I don't want to say it's like Celtic maybe, or Old English. Hey Nonny Ding Dong is the opening. Hey Nonny Ding Dong, a lang a lang a lang, boom da boom, a boom da boom da boom. And then all the regular lyrics then happen, and then life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again, shaboom, and hoping we meet again. Yes, all the shabooms in there. Yeah, all right. Well, that's a good start. How about next up? Oh, let's do another old one real quick for you all. This one goes back to the 1940s. And the group is... What is the group for this one? The Mary Macs? There is an Irish song called Mary Mac. I can't even remember how it goes, though. But it uses the word Mary Mac, meaning to marry Mac, but then her name is also Mary Mac. My mom made me Mary Mac. I don't know, something. Mary Mac, that's what it is. Anyhow, the Mary Macs is the name of the group, and the song is called Maresy Dotes. The words for you, again, this is just a waste of time for all of you because they're nonsensical. But the words are Maresy Dotes and Dozy Dotes and little lambsy divey, a kiddly divey do, wouldn't you? Yes. Oh, why would you say yes to that? Maresy Dotes and Dozy Dotes and little lambsy divey, I can't even do it, a kiddly divey do, wouldn't you? If the words sound queer and funny to your ear, a little bit jumbled and jivey, sing mares eat oats and does eat oats and little lambs eat ivy. Oh, so they're making it into English words. So they're saying if you can't understand the opening part, just say these words instead. Mares, as in like what? Horses? Mares eat oats and does eat oats and... Doesn't make any sense. Mares eat oats and does eat oats and little lambs eat ivy. But that's not how it goes. Anyway, Maresy Dotes and Dozy Dotes. Let's do this one. This is another one that goes way back, and just the words, yeah, they escape me. Here we go. All right. Maresy dotes and dozy dotes and little lambsy divey. Goodness. All right. It's a good tune, though. And one of those ones that's kind of hard to reharmonize. Anytime there's a tune, at least for me, this is my own experience, anytime there's a tune that spells out a chord, and this is one of those, it arpeggiates a chord. The D major 6 chord, essentially. Put the keys up here for you again. Even though the mic's in the way. Yeah, so it's really hard to... I mean, you could try to... I don't know. A little bit. It ends in the right place, but yeah. When there's a melody that spells out a chord, there's a hymn in church that I have trouble with this a lot, and that's Immortal, Invisible, God Only Wise. So that is a C major chord. That is a D major chord. And you can try. Anyway, I try to reharmonize it, and it's really hard because, yeah, the melody spells out a chord, and it's hard to play something else without going too much into jazz to freak the congregation out. But, yes, it's one of those things. Anyhow, that's more information than I needed to say. But these songs have so little information, so why not? Anyhow, next up here, I'm going to do one more for you before I go to the chat. And this one is a song by Sting and the Police. I played a Sting song a few weeks ago. And is this the right thing for it? Yes, I think it is. Okay. This is a Police song, but I think Sting wrote this. It goes back to 1980. What camera am I on? The song, there's a lot of great Police songs. And the more I watch Stuart Copeland on the drums, the more I don't want to play drums because I just will never be that. But he's just so good. And he doesn't play like anybody else plays. And I think that's just because he hasn't known how to play correctly. And so he does his own thing. And that way he has his own sound. And he doesn't really have... He doesn't follow conventional rules. I mean, you think it's reggae, but it's not reggae. Anyway, all that stuff. But this song is called Da-Do-Do-Do, Da-Da-Da-Da. This is by the Police. Hope you enjoy. Yes, da-do-do-do, da-da-da-da. Those are words I say to you. Yeah, that's perfect. A perfect song for this theme, right? It's all I want to say to you. Da-do-do-do, da-da-da-da. Their innocence will pull you through. Da-do-do-do, da-da-da-da. All I want to say to you. And then the meaningless and all that's true. Yeah, this is all these words. It's perfect for this theme. The entire song is just about this. Poets, priests, and politicians have words to thank for their positions, words that scream for your submission, and no one's jamming their transmission. Ooh, it's very 80s. Wow. Anyhow, good one. Good one. Okay, nice. All right, let's see who's in the chat now. Going to see who's here on this UK and EU-friendly stream. Folks in the UK, are you okay? UK. All right. That's what they always say. It's sort of the go-to greeting, right? In the UK is instead of saying, how are you? Which I think that is also said over there, but I've found that they often say, are you okay? Which in the States here is like, are you bleeding? Or did you hit yourself and get hurt? Yeah, are you okay? But it just means, how are you? So I have to sort of like remind myself when I'm over there. It's like, yes, I'm okay. I'm not dying right now. I don't think I am. Anyhow, all right. So back at the top here, it looks like Stuart was here first. Hi, Stuart. And then Jez. Hi, Jez in Wales. Tsanghua Shenshang is here from Germany. This is a good group so far. Razbuzz is here in Switzerland. Yes, like Maryland, Switzerland. Switzerland, yes. Glad to see you. There are jokes there. Anyhow, Jerry is here. Good to see you, Jerry, in Ohio. Ohio. It's almost Canadian, but it should end on an A. Ohio. Why is my brain marked this way? I'm not sure. Anyhow, Rue is here. Hi, Rue, in Chicago. And Robert Varner is here. Good to see you in Jersey. Going down the list. Let's see. Missed anybody? Art Jan Prince is here. Good to see you. I'm sorry I'm not playing Svelink today. I don't have the organ. It's at home right now, so I'm not there, and I'm here. Actually, today was supposed to be a pipe organ stream. I was going to do an entire program for you from a room that's about 2 rooms away from here, actually, the big sanctuary, and on the Skinner organ. And I realized that today this church is a very big space, and the main sanctuary holds 1,500 people, so it's a pretty big size room. 1,500, and so oftentimes it gets rented out by other people and venues and things and companies, and they want to use the space. And today is one of those days. There is some kind of production happening in there, and I've been hearing them rehearsing all morning. They're putting on some kind of a show this afternoon, so that's why I'm not in there at the organ. So I'll do that next time for you, I hope. Yes. So. Let's see. Anybody else that I've missed? I think Cam was here. I thought I saw Cam was here. Oh, I see. So Don Prince changed accounts. Okay, there we go. Cool. All right. Georges is here. Hi, Georges. Good to see you. It's local here to SoCal. Cam is here. Hi, Cam. And Cam and Kristen are both here. Good to see you. I'm glad you're settled in. Let's see here. Anybody else? Oh, I got a super chat from Brooks. I didn't even know. Okay, well, thank you, Brooks. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Nice. All right. Cool. I think that's all for now. Okay. Question mark. If you are watching at home, thanks for watching. And if you have not been in the chat yet, please do. Let me know you're here. If I missed you, just write hello again, and I'll see if I can catch that next time. But anyhow. All right, next up here. What should I do next? Let's do this one next. This is a song that goes back to my childhood. And the 90s were an amazing time because pop music was kind of doing all these changes, and there was all these different genres coming out. Of course, you saw grunge happen in the 90s, and this is not part of that. I'm not going to sing grunge for you, but I have played grunge on the pipe organ. Actually did it with Hauptwerk a few months ago. Played some Nirvana. Yes, so that was that. There was the sort of boy band craze later on. Of course, hip hop came in the 80s, but it was sort of developing in the 90s. And then there were a bunch of sort of these indie pop rock groups that sprung up. And actually an interesting topic I'll get to in a second, but back then was kind of the last, I think, of the groups that were on the charts. If you look at the charts of today, the pop and rock charts and things, it's a lot of soloists. You think about like, Adele and Taylor Swift and Beyonce, they're all single singers. They're a sole act. There aren't many bands left. And the bands that are left are ones that are from like the 2000s, some from the 90s. There's not a lot of like chart-topping full bands. The Beatles were a band, and that was, from that through the 80s, it was a ton of bands. The Police were a band. And there were a few in the 90s, but it has since dwindled. And I think it's just because of the advent of home recording gear and being able to have a studio in your own house, much easier than you used to be able to. And so people have been making music by themselves a lot more often. But I do miss the days of bands playing together. It's a different vibe when you have a group of people playing. But this was one of those ones when I was a kid. Okay, cool. Did I miss Robert Varner? I don't think I did. Anyway, I was seeing question marks next to his name. Anyway, so yeah, the bands were kind of dwindling out. But when I was a kid, there was this group called Hanson, and they were from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm not going to tell you what Tulsa spelled backwards spells because it's not appropriate. But it is a thing. It is a word. Tulsa. But Tulsa, Oklahoma, these three guys, three brothers, had formed a band, and I really enjoyed their music back then. And actually, last year, I think it was in the summer, they're still touring. I mean, this was in the 90s, and they were touring last year. I came through Anaheim, and I went down to the House of Blues in Anaheim and saw them play. And it was so surreal because I know many of you, if you're above my age, so if you're in your 40s, 50s, and beyond, there are bands and acts that are still touring, and you go to them and you're kind of used to everyone in the audience being your age. Well, the music that I like is also that music, and so I go to those concerts, and everyone in the audience is older than me, and I rarely have gone to a concert where everybody in the room is my age, because this was music from my childhood. And so I have never been, I don't think I had been to a concert of a band or an act from the 90s at all. I'd been to acts that were from the 60s and 70s and 80s. And so this was a cool but very surreal experience for me. And I guess this is part of just becoming an adult, and the music of your childhood is taken with you, and the people that were singing this stuff are all still, performing and doing the thing. So, this was a group called Hanson, and they had their biggest hit was a song called Bop. And actually, the words of the verses in this song are quite kind of a downer. I mean, you kind of not so much so, but it's like a reality check. It's kind of just like, this is the real thing of life, and then the chorus is just nonsense words. So I don't know quite how they got the idea for this song, but they sort of treat the word bop like a moment in time, which is appropriate for what I'm talking about right now. So I'll read some of the lyrics for you. It's really just, like I said, it's just kind of a reality check. The first verse: you have so many relationships in this life, only one or two will last. 1 minute. Coffee here. You have so many relationships in this life, only one or two will last. You're going through all the pain and strife, and you turn your back and they're gone so fast. So hold on to the ones who really care. In the end, they'll be the only ones there. When you get old and start losing your hair, can you tell me who will still care? And then they go into the chorus, bop, ba-doo-ba-dop, ba-doo-bop, and it's all those nonsense lyrics. Verse 2, this is just, again, really sad. Let's see. Plant a seed, plant a flower, plant a rose. You can plant any one of those. Keep planting to find out which one grows. It's a secret no one knows. It's a secret no one knows. So kind of a less sad one, I guess, there. But gosh, yeah. Bop, 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 bop. Okay. Yes. So I'll try singing this for you if I don't cough too much. A bit of a throat tickle here, but I'll try a bit of it. All right. This is Hanson. This is 1997. I was 8 years old in 1997. So this was I think I had this on cassette tape, and it's a lot of fun. So I knew this album backwards and forwards. And they played this last year when I saw them in Anaheim, and it was, like I said, it was really surreal, but also really cool to get to hear a group that I grew up listening to, and finally hearing them live after being a kid and never hearing them live as a kid. So this is Mbop. So many relationships in this life, only one or two will last. You're going through all the pain and strife, and you turn your back and they're gone so fast. Oh yeah, and they're gone so fast. Oh, so hold on to the ones who really care. In the end, they'll be the only ones there. When you get old and start losing your hair, can you tell me who will still care? Can you tell me who will still care? Oh, okay, yeah. Bop, doo da ba doo bop, doo da ba doo bop, doo da ba doo. Yeah, yeah. Bop, doo da ba doo bop, doo da ba doo bop, doo da ba doo. Plant a seed, plant a flower, plant a rose. You can plant any one of those. Keep planting to find out which one grows. It's a secret no one knows. It's a secret no one knows. Oh, no one knows. Bop, doo ba da ba doo bop, doo da ba doo bop, doo ba da ba doo. Bop, doo ba da ba doo bop, doo da ba doo bop, doo ba da ba doo. Yeah, in a bop gone, in a bop not there, in a bop gone, in a bop not there. Until you lose your hair. In a bop gone, in a bop not there, in a bop gone, in a bop not there. Bop, doo ba da ba doo bop, doo ba da ba doo bop, doo ba da ba doo. Yeah, yeah. Bop, doo ba da ba doo bop, doo ba da ba doo bop, doo ba da ba doo. Yeah, yeah. Can you tell me? Oh, you know you can, but you don't know. Can you tell me? Oh, you say you can, but you don't know. Can you tell me when the flower's gonna grow? Can you tell me it's gonna be a daisy or rose? Can you tell me? Oh, I know you can, but you don't know. Can you tell me? You say you can, but you don't know. Bop, doo, bop, ba, doo, bop, ba, doo, da, ba, doo, bop, doo, ba, da, ba, doo. Hey, yeah, bop, doo, ba, da, ba, doo, bop, ba, doo, ba, da, ba, doo, bop. That's bop. Wow. All right. That was some nostalgia right there. Do you all know that song? If I hadn't have it tickle my throat to cough, but I got through it. And yes, as I was coughing, I had to have some coffee. Oh my goodness. All right. Yes, that was super nostalgia for me. So that was a good group. They had a really cool song that I should feature sometime called Yearbook on that same album. Again, I had a cassette of this, and I just remember the order of everything. The song called Yearbook. And when you're a kid, that was a big deal because it was talking about everyone that signs their name in your yearbook, and then like you never see them again after school. It was just, they were very much into like the nostalgia and like how things are going to have a reality check at some point, and everything is fleeting, which is life. Anyhow, all right. Is there anybody new in the chat? I don't know. Do a quick look here and see. Let's see here. Stuart says, someone mentioned coffee? Yes. And coughing? Yes. All right. I think let's see. Yeah, Jez says, okay in the UK. Yes. You okay? UK? All right, cool. And thank you, Razbuds, for the bravo. I appreciate all your compliments. It's so cool to see the hand clappings and things because, again, I'm in a room by myself, as most of us that live stream are, and it's silence here, you know. But I see the clapping, and it brings me joy. So thank you all for being so supportive and enjoying the music. I'm having a lot of fun, so I hope you are too. Are you? All right. Here's a little one by the Beatles. Obla-dee, obla-da, life goes on.